Hey everyone, I wanted to make an explanation type of video about how I crafted my focus. First things first, I want to say that this is not a, how do I put this, a 100% you buy a focus and you make it really good. This is a gamble, as everything in PoE. So the thing is that it's actually cheap, and there are multiple ways to make a good focus. You can actually resell what you crafted, even if it doesn't turn out too good, and you will be making back most of the money that you even spend on it if it fails. So first thing, this is the focus that I crafted with double energy shield, spell damage, cast speed, all spells, and mana cost efficiency. I casted mana cost efficiency because I needed it. Otherwise, I would have gone with a homogenizing suffix exalt with a gamble that I would get faster start of energy shield recharge, or crit rate or crit damage. Now it's a 1 in 4 to hit damage or defensive one. I would be fine with either, although the damage is always more preferred. But let's get into how I crafted the focus. If you watched the previous video, then you probably mostly know what I did. I think I got really lucky, but I'm just gonna try and replicate it. I bought a base, another base. It's a sacred focus, but you can buy a Thessalian one if you can grab it for cheap. But I'd recommend getting a sacred because it's the next best base, and then it's not that expensive as the Thessalian one. Okay, so what we want to do here is get a cast speed suffix and an energy shield prefix, be it increased percentage energy shield or flat added energy shield base. So here's how I searched for the focus. Here are the results. I set it up for focus to be magic. It has to have tier 1 cast speed, and then count one of these mods. So we either want flat energy shield local, that is important, it has to be local, and 81 is the tier 1 mod lowest roll, or increased energy shield. So you also want to switch to exalted or divine orbs, because otherwise it would show annulment orbs, which are actually quite expensive. So you want to search for that. And then you see that there are a bunch of 20x sales, but these are weak bases, so I wouldn't really recommend getting either of these. You either want sacred or Thessalian focus. So don't let this don't let yourself be mistaken by this graphic, because it looks like the Thessalian, but it is actually not. It's a lower base. So it's hallowed. This all looks like a sacred one, but it's hallowed, so it's not the same base. You have to go down here, and then still hallowed. Here's a Thessalian one for 33. This is actually a pretty good base. I will probably grab this if I fail to craft the other one, but the rest is kind of bad bases. There's a sacred here. This is also good. So let's get on to the craft itself. So first things first, we get the energy shield cast speed. So what we want to do is get a greater essence of sorcery, which will guarantee us a increased spell damage on the focus. It is tier 3, but it is guaranteed, and it is not a bad roll, in my opinion. If you want to make a focus really cheap. So we will make it rare. So we have spell damage, energy shield, and cast speed. Now what we want to do from this moment is before exalting, we want to add a desecrated prefix mod on a so that our prefixes are filled here. So we use a Omen of Sinistral Necromancy. This will guarantee that the desecration mod will be a prefix. So we have prefixes filled. We don't want to unveil it just yet. Next thing what we want to do is, what happened to my exalt? We want to exalt it so that we have another suffix on the item. So don't let this veiled mod bother you on the next step. So we actually hit crit chance for spells, which is actually not bad. In this case, what I would do is just well, I'm gonna do the same anyway. So I will just fracture it. Now you don't have to, but I will fracture it just because I want to get a chance to secure my cast speed, because that is one of the mods that I would not like to be removed on the next step. So I'm gonna fracture and hope that it hits cast speed. It did crit chance for spells, which is also okay in my opinion. It's tier 3, not the best roll, but crit chance is really sought after for spells, so I think it is still a good fracture in this case. If we got spell damage, energy shield, that is fine, but our prefixes are not all that important in this case, because we have 2 good mods, and the third desecrated mod can be replaced with an Omen of Light, although I wouldn't really spend that kind of money on this, only if it hit really good mods on the suffix. So we have to go to the next step. In this case, I will want to exalt again, because we don't want to remove the cast speed. We got chaos resistance, which is also good, but we want the +3 essence. So in this case, we don't need the Omen of Dex or Crystallization, which I prepared, because usually I would have wanted to fracture cast speed, and I probably did get a bit ahead of myself, because I didn't need to fracture it now. I should have fractured it after I applied the essence, which turned out to be not good in this case. Although this is not a completely bad outcome. In this case, Chaos Res is also good, so I will leave the suffixes like this. This will definitely sell because it has crit, and Chaos Res is also really good. I lost the cast speed, but it is what it is. +3 spells is the most important thing on these foci. And then let's unveil the last mod. If you really want to make sure that it hits something good, you can use an Omen for that, so that you can roll twice. But since I didn't get quite what I wanted here, I will not do that. There are 2 good outcomes. The best one is getting a flat good energy shield, that's what I got here. The second one is getting elemental damage or lightning damage, or whichever other damage type you can get. So this In this case, we didn't hit anything good. Fire damage is... I don't know if it is good or not. But in this case, I'm going to go with mana because it is a pretty high roll. And it might actually be good for an Archmage build. So I'm gonna take mana. If it wasn't mana and it was another elemental damage, I would have taken that. If it wasn't mana and it was something worse, I would take the fire damage. And then spell damage with the melee, I don't think is good in any case. So I'll take the mana. I'm pretty sure this focus will still sell for some. I will have to check it. Take the +3 spell damage and mana. I'll take off the chaos res because I don't want to check that. And then there's up for one dev. I mean 10 dev. But let's go a little bit lower, 150, and then the energy shield can stay. But it's still about 1 or 2 divines. The amount of money I spent on this is not much. I maybe spent close to 1 divine, but not actually 1 divine, because these essences are really cheap. This one was like 20 exalted orbs. This one is about 10, so that's 30. The fracturing orb is about 80 exalts, so that's about 120, plus there was the 30x for the base, 150. The rest of the essences is really cheap, like the +3. This one is 4 exalted orbs, so it's really cheap. So it wasn't even like barely more than half a divine, something like 60-70% of a divine. And I think this will definitely sell for a divine. Let's see how much time did I spend. Not too much. I'm gonna check if that focus is still up, and I'm gonna probably try again. Hello world. Let's see. Followed. Thessalian focus. It's still here, flat. Now, I'm gonna show something else with this. If you can get a base with flat maximum energy shield like this, plus the cast speed, and if you are more interested in getting good energy shield out of your focus, and you can actually use one of these greater enhancement. This will guarantee an increased energy shield mod instead of the spell damage. But honestly, I would go more for spell damage, because if you have more damage on a focus, then it tends to sell probably a bit better, I think. Although I didn't really check for certain, so I take it with a grain of salt. I'm gonna go ahead and do the spell damage again. Then I will exalt the suffix. I'm gonna do this a little bit different. Exalted orb will only add suffix modifiers. It's for exalted orbs, it's really cheap. Then I will go and add the suffix. That's cold res. I'll have to buy a essence real quick. is also 4 exalts. So in this case, I'm gonna use this because it can actually remove a prefix to add the third suffix because it's not filled. If it's full on the suffixes, it can you don't have to use that. And we succeeded. So this is how it should go. We have maximum energy shield, spell damage, cast speed, and we removed the bad suffix that we just exalted on them. So it's 4 modded. Now we go, and now we want to fracture, although you don't have to. If you're satisfied with just this, you can do the desecration on the prefix with this omen, and then you can YOLO exalt the last mod, or you can use a homogenizing for either increased energy shield recovery, or faster start of energy shield recharge, or critical hit chance, or critical damage bonus. So I'm sorry for blurting all of that out like this. So let's see if we can hit cast speed. No, we hit the energy shield, so it is what it is. Actually, this is not needed because in my case, when I fractured the cast speed, that guaranteed for the suffixes to be made like basically how do I say this, perfect, because you can add the +3, then add the suffix, and if you don't like the suffix, you can just add a different essence, which is this. Or is it not? No, that's not it. It's the alacrity. This is the mana cost efficiency that I put on the wand, and you can then get these 2 mods like every you can actually just essence until you get both of them on the focus, because I was gonna have these 2 mods anyway. So that is what it is. I'm gonna add this on the, not that one, sorry, this is, yeah, so it's prefixes, and then the last one I'm gonna just use homogenizing exaltation, because I am actually curious if I can hit crit mod. Fine.
Right away. Can I help?
And then I'm going to use a greater exalted orb just to see what I can land. So in this case, I can roll defenses or caster mods. If we look at here, all the caster mods on the suffixes are cast speed and all spells, which we both have, and the rest is crit damage bonus or crit chance. We won't hit prefix because we already have them filled. Or there is also defenses on the shield, which can roll a recharge rate or a faster start. So let's see what we get. Boom. We got spec crit damage bonus. Actually just a generic crit damage bonus. But it is actually good because it's a good damage mod. Now, on the last one, on the desecration, we can get increased energy shield or some kind of damage mod. So both of them are good. If you can't get a energy shield mod or a good elemental or whatever spell damage, but in this case we didn't hit anything good. Number of summon totems or buff effect. I mean, these two are pretty shit, in my opinion. I don't know if spell skills use totems, but in this case, it's probably best to use a reroll. I was just a little bit too hasty and I forgot to do that. So let's check +3 and then crit damage bonus. There's 2 up for that much. 29 is tier 1, so I'm gonna keep that. I'll do like 80 on the spell damage, and energy shield is about 240, so we'll go down to like 200. It's still about 4 divine. We spent like 1 divine, plus if we count the homogenizing, it's like a little bit more than 1 divine. Even with the fracturing, that is actually not necessary in this case. Only if you really want to try and save the cast speed. Or, I mean, the +3 can be applied with the essence, so we're actually just mostly want to keep the cast speed in this case. It is actually not a bad focus still. It's not the best, but it still can be sold for about 4 or 5 divines, in my opinion. Even you can also add one of these to raise the energy shield on it, so it's like 274. It's barely worse than mine, so it's like 30 energy shield less. It's not too big of a deal. And yeah, that is about it. How to craft focuses, foci, however you want to call them. There's multiple outcomes that can be actually good, but either way, I think if you can add the +3 and keep the cast speed as well, you're probably gonna make back the money at least. Or better yet, if you have better luck than me, you can actually make a GG focus. So yeah, I think that is about it from this crafting. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know I have rambled a bunch and it wasn't all that concise, and because this is the first time I actually do a crafting video. I'm sorry if I wasn't too clear on how I was going to do things, and even I was a little bit confused sometimes. I had it all planned in my head, but it didn't really go all like it, because it can also like not turn out perfectly. So you can also get the possibility that you essence the cast speed and then get left with a shit mod on the suffix, but it is not the end of the world, because you can use the alacrity essence, which I didn't buy. So you can use this alacrity essence to remove the bad mod on the suffix. So if you get a bad suffix that you cannot actually use and it's garbage, then you can add on this mod along with the +3, and these two are actually good because the mana cost efficiency helps you with the mana cost, and that is a really good quality of life. Like, in my opinion, if I didn't have that mana cost efficiency and on the tree, I would my skills would cost like 500-600 mana per cast, and I don't even think I could manage to keep mapping with that mana cost. Like, even this drains my mana like really crazy, and I have like whatever, close to 300 mana regen. It should be more. I don't know why I have only 250. Yeah, that is it. I think I'm gonna just shut up and Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, just ask me. I'll try to answer as best as I can. Have a nice rest of your day. Good luck. Bye bye.